here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 60 yards. Go. Hey, Alpha. 44, Mike, 44. Focus, defense, focus. Watch safety creeping. Safety. Protein spill. Hey, Charlie. 44's to Mike. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta. Got a skate situation. Let's go. Check 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on, the ball, huh? Pass him. Mike 51.
They go play action now. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Lucas. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Kill. Check. Go. Check hot route. Hot. Let's go.
On third down, Lucas. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Yeah. Hey, seam 6. Mike is 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Check. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, Orbit. Mike 5'9". Here we go, G. Get off the field. Mike, check. 59. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lucas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Hey, they scared. They scared. Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You don't want this. 5.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready up. 44 to Mike. Drop the pass. Drop the pass. Here we go. Hey, wahoo. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
On second down, here's Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the ready. 59. Mike's 59. I'm on. Bang. General West. Slam.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Go now. 18 Gator. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to. Check. Topper. Tighten up.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
That's how we do it. Ready?
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Let's get it.
They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Jones, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 51. Let's put him on the buses.
Now Jackson to throw again. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On 1st down, it's Lucas. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo, and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
Hey, dude.
From the 27, Jones. He gets it to Thomas. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Hey, Foxtrot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, high 7.
To throw again. Jones. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On third down, Mixon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Oliver. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Play action. Now Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lucas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Set, ready? 60 or. Go, go. Check 59. Ready?
Jones now throwing again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, let's go. Mike, check, 59. Ricky. Let's go.
Here's Jones on third down. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let it go. Check 52 to Mike.
Jackson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second. Returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Lucas, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Hey, Mike 51. Pick it up. Hey, pick it up. Zoom.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Oliver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
I'm coming. 53's the mark. 53.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 11-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Check 59, Mike. Hey, exit. 59. Here we go. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go. Check nickel.
On 1st down, it's Lucas. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run the counter. It's Lucas. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Check 59. Mike is 52.
Now Jones going to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Mixon. There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lucas. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Lucas. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing Jones. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Delta. Mike, check. 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Mike's 59. Double. Hey, Haywood. Check 59.
Now Jones looking long for Thomas. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he is all the way up past the 25. Thomas the intended target.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Let's get set up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Who's that?
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Back at the 27.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, break. Mike, 50 is smooth. Yo, go.
looking from the gun. Jones, he's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Jones throwing on 4th down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
X3, 218, chopper. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Come on. Go.
On 4th down, Jones. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. They are in the 4th and Buffalo, and really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. It's Lucas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Keep playing hard.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lucas. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jags, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.